Good morning, grade 9 colleagues. Welcome to the mediation of the Term 3 project. This PowerPoint presentation was shared during session 2, but let me speak about it again. A brief reminder that the literature project stands on 3 legs. Stage 1 is the research part. It's of the utmost importance that you as a teacher facilitate, that you assist, and that you guide the learner through this process. The better the research, the better the quality of the end product will be. During stage 2, the learner will be busy writing, developing, creating the specific task allocated in the research topic. Here you as a teacher needs to assist and facilitate as well. In stage 3, the learner will present his research topic orally to the class during an oral presentation. The marks for this oral presentation will be recorded and submitted for promotional purposes in term 4. Remember that this project is a skills-based project. Every learner will receive a genre. Now, the way this was supposed to have happened was the class would have been divided into 6 or 7 groups. Each group would have been allocated a genre, and then within that group the child would have thrown a dice. If he landed on number 1, he is in the poetry group, he would have created a blog based on a poem that inspires him. If he landed on number 3 and he's in the poetry group, he would have done topic 3, taken poetry, identify important terminology that's not generally used in other genres, and create a quiz using Kahoots or Google Drive or pen and paper. That quiz should have at least 20 questions. If the child is in the novel group and he threw, for example, 5, he would be given topic 5. Select an interesting section from the novel, do research on how to create a movie trailer on your phone, and then that research will be used to make the movie trailer. The child will also need to change that section of the novel into a drama or a screenplay to use it for a movie trailer. The teacher will then play the trailer in class, and if the child cannot do it on his phone, he can make it on a chart paper similar to a storyboard. And regarding storyboarding, there are a lot of YouTube tutorials that you can download and watch. So this is the way that this was supposed to have taken place. But for the purpose of this year, since we are in the midst of a pandemic, you may use only 3 genres. If you are not able to use 3, you may use even less, but then you need to communicate with me. Remember, in term 1 and in term 2, I advised you to do poetry, folk tales and novels. So concentrate on those 3. If you, for example, did not do a novel, but you did a drama instead, you do poetry, folk tales and drama. So choose at least 3 genres. If you are able to cover all, you are more than welcome. Then that genre needs to be combined with a research topic. Like this. Okay, let's quickly look at the research topics. Topic 1 says creates a fictional blog. Choose from your genre a story that inspires you or a poem that inspires you, and write a fictional blog based on that story or poem. In that blog, you need to share tidbits of information, notes and happenings. Your blog must have at least 10 complete entries, and you may download some visuals to strengthen the inspirational part, the part that inspires you. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the learner will need to discuss the reason for each entry in his blog with the class, and that will be his oral presentation. For topic 1, I've added this slide. Please make sure that the links pasted in yellow on this slide is pasted in the learner workbook so that the learner has access to it. That can be a starting point for the learner. It's about starting blogs, writing blogs. So these two links must be communicated with your learner. Topic 2, the learner must do an infographic poster. So what is the research that needs to be done here? Do research about a famous African writer if the learner is in the novel or the drama or the short story or the folklore group. If the learner is in the poetry group, he'll do research and find a famous African poet. If the learner does the songs, the genre songs, he will identify a famous African singer. He then needs to do research on what infographics is. What is it? And then he needs to do research on a poster. What is a poster usually meant to do? Usually it's to advertise something, to communicate something. And then he needs to combine the two, create an infographic poster with all the relevant information on this African writer, poet or singer. The person, the background of the person, the life story of the person, as well as the influence this artist had on the country, the community and the art form. Either one of them, two of them or all three of them. And then this learner during the oral will present and discuss this infographic poster with the class. To aid you in this, you will see this slide and there is a link to infographic designs. So you are more than welcome to go and have a look. You'll be amazed at what infographics are and what you can do with it. And ladies and gentlemen, this link must be posted in the learner workbook because that's the starting point for the learner's research. Topic 3. The learner must create a quiz, research important terminology in his given genre. So he needs to go and look at his genre. What is the terminology used there? And then he needs to identify specifically the terminology in that genre of his that's not generally used in other genres. Based on that, he needs to create a quiz that he is going to have the class take. The quiz must have at least 20 questions. And if the child does not have access to technology, he can use a pen and paper. He will also have to do research on what a quiz is and what kind of questions can be asked in a quiz. On using Kahoots or Google Drive, he can design an online quiz as well. Google Drive, Google Forms, on that you can make a quiz. Here is a link. Tech with Jen, which can also be used to make quizzes, and there is a picture of Kahoot. So these 3 resources needs to be shared with your learner, pasted in his Google, pasted in the learner workbook. Topic 4 says design and develop a time capsule. So the learner needs to do research. What is a time capsule? What's the reasoning behind it? Why do people make them? How long are they kept? Where are they kept? All of that. What kind of objects are usually placed in a time capsule? Then he needs to take his genre, whether he's in the poetry genre or the novel or the singing genre, and from that he has to choose an infamous character. Now, an infamous character means a character that's known for the wrong reasons. This is not the hero of the story. This is usually the villain or the antagonist of the story, the bad guy in the story. He must then look at what will be valuable, what does he think will be valuable for this infamous character. And then he needs to create these valuables and create a time capsule and place the valuables in the time capsule. He will then present the time capsule, the items, and he's going to explain to the class the reasons for his choosing those specific items. Important to remember is that his information must be historically correct. And there is something I need to share with you here. Oh, if it's difficult for the learner to create the valuables or to recreate it, he may take pictures, he may make drawings, so you can be very creative there. In developing a time capsule, ladies and gentlemen, here is a slide that can assist you here, and you can find many resources on Teachers Pay Teachers and a lot of other websites in making a time capsules. You can even download free printables from Homegrown Hearts Academy. Going to topic 5, very exciting topic. Select an interesting section apart from your genre. So they can select one novel from the novel genre or one poem from the poetry genre. Then do research and create a movie trailer on their phones. So the child needs to go and look at YouTube tutorials. Mainly it will be YouTube tutorials on how to make a movie trailer. I also made a mediation video for you in making movie trailers, what the content should look like, what the music and sound should be, what kind of dialogue can be used. So that will assist you in this. The teacher will play this trailer in class and during the oral part. And if the learner does not have access to a phone, he can do it on a chart paper. And here I'm speaking about storyboarding. Go and research storyboarding. I think I'll place storyboarding for you in the grade 9 Google Drive folder as well, because storyboarding is drawing the scenes that you would have had in a movie. It's planning your movie scenes. So this can be combined with a movie trailer. You will have to bring the sounds and the music to class if you drew it on a chart paper. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, there is a very nice PowerPoint presentation that will assist you in this. YouTube is a tool that you are going to use very often. They've got many tutorials there. You can go and look at Movie Maker free download. Please share this with your learners. Give them somewhere to start. Topic 6, take your genre, create a board game that can be played by 4 people. You have to design the layout and the rules. So doing this, a child will have to go and do research on board games, investigate different layouts. The rules will be based on something within his genre, literature like. Remember, this is a literature project. You will present the game to the class and your group will play the game. The group that completes the game first will be the group that wins. Now, creating a board game, you will also find a slide for that. And here are 2 links that you can paste in the learner workbook issued to your learners that will help them to design a board game. They can even take an existing board game and just change it to fit the literature theme. We really hope you enjoy this project because it's supposed to be a lot of fun. And I think the children are going to have a ball. What I'm also going to share with you is separate videos on blogging, infographics, Kahoots. And I really want to encourage you to join Kahoots. It's an online platform with a library of lessons and assessments that you as a teacher can find helpful. I'm going to share PowerPoints with you on designing time capsules, movie trailer creation, and the only one that doesn't have a PowerPoint presentation is the one of the board game. All of this information will be in your Google Drive folder. I made videos for you, so please go and have a look at it. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I really encourage you to join the learners and to learn and to experience all the tools out there which can assist you in really making your class interesting. Thank you so much and goodbye.